Dad has said over and over again, you don't have to be an alpha male. I'm not alpha, not male. Dad said I'm like this tall. It's true. I'm 5'4". You don't have to be an alpha male. And what we can do, though, is to choose a mantra from the high performance people that may not be alpha males. And personally, I have chosen Mahatma Gandhi because I am Asian, I'm female, I am relatively young, and it's easy for all of the small, medium, big hitters to question, challenge my credibility and my experience, and that has happened over and over again. But whenever that happens, I just think about Mahatma Gandhi and what he said about, first, they ignore you, then they laugh at you, then they fight you, and then you win. And I know that I'm going to win because I'm okay with being ignored, being laughed at, and I'm happy to fight to the very end until I win.
Which is not easy, guys. Not fucking easy. But she was able to. And so that was the only question in my mind, whether she could cut herself away from the personal entanglements. Because she's 27. The fact that she lives in Philadelphia doesn't mean anything. It doesn't matter where the fuck you live. And she didn't mention, it's not maybe not germane, but she had her first try in entrepreneurship was something else for the last year and a half before she came here. And I looked at the deal, and like I look at some of your deal, and I go, maybe if I stand on my head and I look at this deal, it'll look different to me. But she stopped that deal. After she put quite a bit of money in it. And it's not easy to walk away when you put a bunch of dough in it. Believe me, it isn't. Well, I know, I'm sure you know that. But she was able to do it, and she shouldn't. She didn't dwell on the 5 or 6 times she stepped on her dick, and she did. But she bounced back up, and she just marched. And when you make a mistake, this is the only time she was surprised. Only time I've never said anything nice to her. Today, I'll never say anything nice again. That's it. There won't be any nice. And I know that style works for tens of thousands of people. I never met a gold medal winner from the Olympics that didn't get beaten by his coach. I never. I'm 70 years old. Never. The fact that you have, just like that guy in that the drum guy, that movie that we saw the clip from. Remember that? That's how they are. And like I told you, Laszlo Chibori. What the fuck are you? What Tamiki, God rest her soul. What are you bringing this piece of shit here for? He's going to slow everybody. And I did. I'm not ashamed to admit I did. I was the slowest motherfucker on the track. The slowest by minutes, not seconds. Minutes. The guys used to say to me, hours, Peña. It's not true. It wasn't hours, but it was certainly. But if you're not willing to get worked over, and that's why I only have 7,000 people on my Twitter, and Tony's got 1.9 million, or all these guys, Grant Cardone's got 400 or 500, because you don't want to make the sacrifice by getting a fucking whipping. That's why the people, and it doesn't hurt my feelings any, I don't give a shit. But I know one of you in here, I'm not sure which yet, one of you will make more money in the next 12 months than all of those 2 guys that mentioned his name, all their flocks together, combined cumulatively. I know that for a fucking fact. But that's not, they don't use those benchmarks. They don't measure those things. They measure the smiling faces they got on Facebook, and she wouldn't say shit if it was in her mouth before. Now she says link fuck, face fuck. I mean, I didn't believe it. I mean, that young woman wouldn't say shit if it was in her mouth, and now listen to her. God, she sounds like a female drill sergeant. I got plenty, not on YouTube, I got plenty of stories to tell you about female drill sergeants. Let's say that they're a breed apart. We'll suffice it at that. But she's doing well. She's doing well. And in her particular case, I'm not the world-renowned expert, but I'm a big fucking expert, and so it was easier for me to say yes to her. But she didn't need that $600 book. Believe me, that study. Even though I've told you this, I will bet you 1,000 pounds to 1 pound, just like that, that at least one of you is going to buy a study. At least one. Maybe two. Maybe three. I guarantee it. Because even though you heard her, and even though I'm telling you, so who's it going to be? Who's it going to be? Better you burn the money in the fucking fireplace. Or like I told her, $600 wouldn't get dinner from me. But anyway, take me to dinner and spend the fucking money. Don't waste it on a fucking study. Because what she didn't say is, I basically told her the final paragraph of the study without reading the fucking study, because I'm aware of it. I'm aware of it. And there are different niches in healthcare, and there's different niches in IT, telco. There's hundreds would be an exaggeration, but dozens for sure, many dozens. And if you're in Norway, you're not going to compete with the guys in the UK. If you're in Spain, you're not going to compete with the guys in fucking South Africa. And if you're in New Zealand, you're not going to compete with the guys in fucking South America. So there's plenty to go around. And I hope I have the problem that 3 or 4 of you guys in one industry, it's so fucking big, and then we'll merge you. Because I've had to do that a couple times over 23 years. We merge them. And not everybody's happy in the merger, but the bottom line is you made a lot of money, you created a lot of wealth, and you have more choices. So for the fuckheads that want to save the world, create wealth and have more choices. It's a pretty simple formula. For those of you that don't give a fuck about the world, just make a lot of fucking money. Fuck the world. And the horse they rode in on. One of the guys in the questions asked me, they want to know why I don't just put the seminar out and the whole day and on YouTube. Give back and the world will be a better place. I said, fuck the world. I'm not trying to make the world a better place. I hope that answers your question, kid. You make the world a better place by creating wealth, by reading 300 or 400 books, and then you save the world and stop global warming, etc. Any questions about Kira? She was very structured. That's the way she is. I'm not saying that's bad. I'm not saying it's good. It's her way. Just as each one of you will figure it out for yourself. What makes more sense? Yes, sir.
Does she listen to any type of music to keep her focused, or is she just...
No, I don't think so. I say this, Kira. I don't know. Maybe some Chinese. I have no idea. I don't know. I'm being a smart ass. No, I don't know. And I'm going to get some fucking shit on YouTube. Somebody's going to say you're slagging off Asians, you're slagging off Chinese. Yes, I am. That's correct. I am. But I don't know. I don't know what she listens to. I have no fucking idea. I don't care. And I was almost going to stop her because I thought she was going to mention these guys' names, but she didn't. Yeah, I thought I was going to, but she didn't. Okay, because these guys don't need a bunch of fucking calls and emails and shit. But the one person she mentioned is on another board of mine, and smart lady, extremely gifted lady, and and there's a lot of gifted people, and I think she was very candid when she said, can I get this done? Because that's the real question you ask. I don't give a fuck about all those people. I don't give a fuck about all these webinars. Can I get it fucking done? And, most people go through, question yourself, can you get it done? I know you can, if you want to, bad enough. And then the other thing she said was, why would these people want to be part of my deal? I think she's 27. Just a kid. Albeit a smart one, but she doesn't know dick about this industry either. This is not the industry that she studied and, have all those letters after her name. That's why I asked her, and I was hoping she'd answer it the right way. Did that have anything to do with, no, because it doesn't. Whether you have letters or you don't have letters, doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean anything. Because you're not applying for a job, a professorship at Oxford. You're not trying to be an Oxford Don. You're not. I'm going to have my robe next week, and, we have a lot of people that are applying for to come and listen to me from my stable of devotees. So I don't, and again, not everybody's going to get in, kids. Oxford was kind enough to say there's some additional seating for some of my devotees, but that doesn't mean the fuck you're all going to get in. So just, don't cry. And we have some people calling 6 and 7 times to make 6 and 7 reservations. 6 or 7. And I mentioned one of the names to Craig. He says, yeah, how'd you know? Trust me. When I mentor you for a year and you go through the Castle seminar, I know. And then I said, what about this one? Yeah, that's another one. I just know. So hopefully as many, we'll try to get in as many as we can. We're gonna film it, and I plan on putting it on. If I have the rights, I got to ask them for the intellectual rights and go through all that shit. And I don't know if they'll let me, but I'm going to film it anyway. If nothing else, so we can use here. Even if they don't let me put it out on YouTube, so we can use here. Any questions about Kira? Anything else? What was the takeaway from her?
She cut off her peer group. That threw me off. Everybody.
Yeah, well, so when I said, when we're sitting in the private time, what's the quickest way? Change your phone number. Now, I didn't think she'd do it. I didn't. With the greatest respect here, that's not fucking easy. The guy before I said, if you don't have my number, go fuck yourself. Now, I know she didn't do that. Well, I say that. I don't know if she did that. I doubt if she did it that way. But, the guy that did it, that's, as they would say, that's pretty fucking cold. And especially if your mother's one of the ones that calling the number. But yeah, because she said, what's the easiest way? Well, if you don't want to explain to everybody why you're doing this, just change the number.
You can tell she's serious because right out the door, she's doing it full time.
Yeah. She is. Anything else about Kira? Okay, YouTube, thank you. We'll see you tonight. To learn more about this video and all my videos, you lazy cunts, click on this link below. Or you can go to my website, danpeña.com, and see all the fucking free material from the $50 billion man.